What's going on, guys? It's Lucas Bricks, and I wanted to show you some of my favorite figures in my collection. So I have a lot of Lego minifigures in my collection from Star Wars, DC, Nexo Knights, Marvel. I have a lot of figures, and I just wanted to highlight some of my favorites. First up is Plo Koon. I just wanted to highlight him just because I absolutely love that new headpiece, and I think the torso and legs are great too. The only thing I would have wanted is a cape, like in dark brown, like I have this one right here. And I think this would have been useful to have on him. I feel like it would have been a good addition. So as you can see, it doesn't like bulk up too much, and I think it just adds the perfect amount of cloth to the figure, and it really gives it a more of a Jedi look than just a regular civilian. Next up is a very simple figure. I believe it's called the Guivian Guard. I might have pronounced that horribly, but Guivian Guard from the Force Awakens, and I think this figure is really cool for what it is. I got this one from the Advent Calendar, not from the Rathtar Escape set, but I really like it just because I think the little head is perfect. It's like molded to look like it, and I think it looks really well. And then the torso and legs, surprisingly, we have leg printing and stuff, which they didn't really need to include, but I feel like there's not many characters from Star Wars that don't have leg printing, other than just like Imperial people or just like casual civilians. So I just really like the figure. I love the color scheme and stuff, so that's it for that figure. Next up is Burnt Anakin Skywalker from Revenge of the Sith. And first thing I wanted to highlight about the figure is the printing on the torso and legs does not match the skin tone on the figure itself, such as the arm and head, because this is light nougat, I believe, and the color on here was printed onto a black torso, and usually when you try to print onto a darker torso with a lighter color, it just does not come out as well. But still, I love just everything about the figure, except for that thing, and I think if it were a modern figure, they should definitely do dual molding here, like where it's black printed on there. I feel like it could have been black and silver for like a modern figure. Also, the hands are just regular dark gray or whatever, or dark bluish gray, and they would have matched with the character if they were silver, so I think that could have been a good addition. So, next up is Chewbacca or Chewie from just the main 4, 5, and 6 of Star Wars. And I like this figure just because it has this piece that goes over the torso to match the look of Wookiees, and I think it works perfectly for what it's trying to do. So I think that was a really good option to just mold it. So and I love that, and also the color scheme is perfect as well as the printing. I think they didn't overprint and they didn't underprint. So that's it for this figure. Next up, we're going to get into some Marvel figures. This is Ebony Maw from Avengers Infinity War. This is what I believe is his 2016 appearance. I don't know if that's the exact year, but I think it's around that time. It was in the Sanctum Sanctorum Lego set. It was the one that came with Cull Obsidian, and I love this figure just because it has great printing on the torso and legs. The one thing I don't like about it, and I think that's a very common opinion, is the color of the head. I think it just does not match Ebony Maw's skin tone very well. But there really isn't a good color I can think of that would match his head, just because it's a very difficult color to match. Next up, I have Iron Man Mark 1 from just the first Iron Man movie, the one he builds in the cave. And I just love the details on this figure. I think it's absolutely amazing. And all of the like parts are in this silver color. So I think that's absolutely amazing. Yeah, see, except for the hands. The hands aren't in the silver color, but other than that, everything is in that silver color, and I think it looks perfect. One thing I've always been confused about, and I don't know if this is a common opinion, but I have no clue what this thing on the back is supposed to be, so let me know if you know what that is in the comments. continuing with the theme of Iron Man, we have the comic accurate Iron Man. I love this figure just because it looks really accurate. The bright gold or whatever, that normal gold color, matches so well as a contrast with the dark red. And I think that the face, just the helmet plate, I mean, it works so well to look like a comic. And then the head is just the normal Tony Stark head, so there's nothing interesting there. The next figure I have is Loki, which was in the I believe that Leviathan set from might have been 2025 or 2024. I really like this figure just because it has that little mouth plate, which they have right after he gets captured, which is really cool. And then on the other side they have that mischievous grin, and I really like that. I'm not much of a fan for rubber capes, but I think it works okay on this one. And then the torso and legs are in that gunmetal gray color. Also, I will add the horns are really nice. The scepter that came in the set, I think, is one of the worst scepters they've ever made, just because it's a very common piece and it's quite literally not accurate whatsoever. If my memory suits me correctly, this is the weapon that appeared in that set, and I mean, it just doesn't work. It just doesn't. The piece that they used back in the day was this one, which I think works a lot better. Even if it's not fully accurate, I think it's much more accurate. But it's probably a retired piece, so you can't really ask for them to bring up back a piece. A little highlight I have here is Han Solo and Carbonite, because I actually have both versions of the figure. See, this is the one from the Han Solo and Carbonite set. I don't remember the name of the set. And then this is like an older piece that came in like Cloud City, I think. Like a Cloud City like sets. I don't think it came in that exact set because it's not pricey or anything. But I like both of them. Obviously, I think I like this one a lot more, but for nostalgia and because it looks funny, I love this one. But just this one has so much detail on it and has the little printing on the sides there. And I think it works so well. And also there's space for you to put a minifigure in the back. And the set gave you the exact Han Solo that's pictured on here. Like the exact same torso, head, and hair. So you can just put him in here and flip it around, and that's just, you can see the exact same figure that's on the cover. Alright, next I have three of the same figure, or pardon me, not the same figure, but the same character. And these are comic accurate Ultron, the kind of disassembled and disheveled Ultron, and the Ultron, like, I don't remember this version. I think it was Ultron Prime. I might be wrong, though. And then 4, if you're counting this one, but this is just an Ultron Sentry bot. It came out in a lot of the sets around the Age of Ultron time, but my favorite one here, okay, let me just rank them all. So I would put this one at third, this one at second, and then this one at first, just because I absolutely love that silver color. I think it works so well, and it just looks so comic accurate. The kind of disheveled and broken apart one in the middle, I really like it. They did remake it in the Avengers Tower Lego set, but first of all, that's like $700, and I am 13. I do not have that kind of money. And second of all, I like this figure enough that I wouldn't go out to buy that. Like, it's just not something that I would do, because I don't have, like... First of all, I don't have a lot of time to do that, and second of all, I'm fine with the one I have right now. Alright, and then third is the Ultron Prime, or one of the versions of Ultron. Correct me in the comments, but I think it's Ultron Prime. So, this figure, I mean, it looks like he does in the movie. That's all I can say. By the way, I just found out that apparently not a lot of people, or it's less liked of a movie. The Avengers Age of Ultron movie. That's like one of my favorite ones just because it has Quicksilver. Literally, like, people gasp when they hear I cry a lot, but like, just because I'm kind of like a big guy, and like everybody's like, oh, I thought you were 17. No, I'm 13, but I'm like 6 foot. Um, and like people are like, oh, you like get emotional like that, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, I do. I've like cried almost every single time I've watched that movie. Every single time Quicksilver dies, I find that so sad, and that is kind of like a cuck thing to like say, but I don't really care. So, all right, next up I have Gwen Stacy.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
It has side of the leg printing and it's dual molded. So it's like dual molded and it has leg printing and also has like printing halfway down the arms, although it is not dual molded. And then they have this really, really cool dual molded hair piece, which I think is just amazing because it's like purple and like tan or whatever, and it works so well with the character. Also, it has a angry face and a smirk. I just absolutely love the figure. I think it's one of the best ones in that CMF. And then last but not least, I have E.T. Not much to be said about this. It's just E.T. in the flesh. It looks so good for E.T. It came out in the Dimensions wave, like I think it was wave 1. And it is a more pricey figure, but I love this figure. I think if I had like if anybody like was going to build a like Senate like a Star Wars Senate Lego MOC, I think you would just have to get a couple of these and put them in that, cuz it's like an Easter egg in the film. They have ET like in one of the booths. There were like 3 of the ET species, and I find that just so cute. But I just love the figure. I think it just looks so good and so accurate. And then that's really it. But I hope that all of y'all have a good day, like a good rest of your week as well. And if you do find time in your day, please try to like and subscribe. It is free and it does help a ton. And I am trying to grow out my channel a bit. And I do stutter a lot and stuff, and pause the video while I'm recording because I need to like breathe in and stuff. Just, I don't know, I'm not like very highly cultured on how to like talk behind a camera, but I am doing my best and I really would appreciate it. That's about it. Have a great day, and I will see y'all in the next video or next time I post.